After defeating King Korn in war, King John Rear Jir ascended to the throne and ruled from 1516 to 1566. In 1527, the construction of Luongvek fortress was ordered under the reign of King John Rear Jir. Luongvek Fortress is a bitter historical site for Khmer people, located in Kampong Tro Larch District, Kampong Chanang Province. This fortress was built by King John Rear Jir, also known as Jav Payir Luongvek, after he defeated King Korn in Pre Noko, present-day Tabong Khmom Province, in 1526. The construction of this fortress took 3 years, from 1527 to 1529. King John Rear Jir was the second son of King Toama Rear Jir II, who was the younger brother of King Srey Sokunabor by a different mother. The king ordered officials, courtiers, and nobles to mobilize people to cut wood, transport stones, and carry soil to build Luongvek Fortress and the royal palace. The construction team dug and laid a 6-meter-deep stone foundation around the triangular fortress. They raised the soil and arranged planks to build the fortress, which was 17 meters high, 10 meters thick at the top, and 22 meters wide at the base, surrounding 3 sides of the fortress. The fourth side was the river. Luongvek Fortress consisted of 5 layers of defensive walls, along with thick bamboo plantings and 8 large gates. Each gate was flanked by walls forming a defensive perimeter with 8 towers, each 22 meters high, for placing large cannons. Inside the 5th layers of the fortress, there were long gun soldiers stationed. Large cannon troops were placed in the first layer of walls. In front of these walls were elephant and horse stables. The second layer of walls housed long gun soldiers, assembly halls, with the lower court on the left and the appeal court on the right. The third layer contained soldiers with short weapons, swords, spears, and knives. The fourth layer had the royal guards, a theater, and viewing areas. The fifth layer contained the bronze palace, resting areas, and buildings for court officials to reside. Within these walls was the royal palace with 5 golden spires for the king to sleep. It also housed sacred objects, including the Priya Ko, Priya Kev, and 12 other cow statues, inside which were stored invaluable ancient manuscripts. There were also houses for concubines, princes and princesses, and large storehouses for rice, salt, fermented fish, dried fish, and weapons. Longvek Fortress measured 2 kilometers in width, and 3 kilometers in length. In 1569, the Burmese king of Hongsar Bartay invaded Ayutthaya, and took statues and valuable treasures that Siam had previously taken from Khmer to Burma. 1570, while Ayutthaya was being attacked by Burmese forces, the Khmer army recaptured Nakhon Ratchasima province, or in Khmer called Noko Rirj Samar. By 1574, the king of Ayutthaya was forced to send troops to assist Burma in attacking Laos. During this time, Khmer forces attacked Ayutthaya again and reclaimed several western provinces that Siam had previously taken from Khmer. After consecutive defeats and under pressure from Burma, the king of Ayutthaya agreed to sign a treaty of friendship with the Khmer Kingdom, and return several provinces that belonged to Khmer, including Nakhon Ratchasima, Prarkanburi, and Chanthaburi. The territorial extent of the Khmer Empire in this century expanded significantly, with its southern border reaching the sea, its eastern border touching Annam, Vietnam, and its western territories including provinces such as Nakhon Ratchasima, Song Kirs, Kok Khan, Sisarkat, Prarkanburi, Chanthaburi, Trart, and Rar Yong. In 1581, the king of Hongsar Varte, Burma, passed away. After the death of Burmese King Hongsar Varte or Bayanal, Burmese influence over Siam began to wane, giving Siam an opportunity to counterattack Khmer. The Siamese king Narizun Maharaja led his army to attack Khmer, capturing Siam Reap, Jarmpar Sark, which was still Khmer territory at that time, as well as Bart Dormborn and Pasart provinces. This marked the beginning of Bart Dormborn becoming a center of Siamese influence over Khmer. However, because Longvek fortress was strongly built, the Siamese forces from Ayutthaya could not easily capture it. They attempted many attacks and besieged the fortress for over 10 years but still couldn't breach it. After the long siege of Longvek fortress, supplies, food, troops, and weapons stored inside were depleted. The people in the capital of Luongvek faced starvation and food shortages as they couldn't go out to farm. Ayutthaya used the same war strategy that had been used against them by Burmese forces, which had led to Ayutthaya's fall in a fiery war with Burma. Due to difficulties in withstanding the massive Siamese forces and the prolonged siege of Luongvek capital, the Khmer king sought foreign assistance to liberate the kingdom from Ayutthaya's invasion. King Payir Luongvek decided to attempt contacting Spain for help. He appointed Blas Ruiz, a Spaniard, as a Khmer ambassador to travel to the Philippines to seek aid. Unfortunately, the Spanish were busy gathering troops to attack the Moluccas Islands and thus had no forces available to assist Khmer. In 1593, the Siamese king of Ayutthaya, free from war with Burma. He gathered all his forces to attack Longvek, supported by foreigners and equipped with more advanced weapons. When the Khmer diplomatic mission led by Blas Ruiz returned, Ayutthaya was already attacking Longvek fortress intensively and eventually succeeded, taking valuable Khmer treasures back to Ayutthaya by many ships. King Payir Luongvek and some royal family members fled to Laos, but along the way, the Siamese captured his younger brother, Prince Srey Soryopor, and took him to Ayutthaya. King Longvek escaped to Srey Sorn Toa district before continuing to the Larn Zarn Kingdom of Laos with his two sons, Prince J. Tar, and Prince Boram Rir Jir. According to Siamese chronicles recording events of this period, the Siamese army's capture of Luongvek fortress didn't face much resistance, as the Khmer capital lacked a ruling monarch, and the people were suffering from famine due to the long Siamese siege. Moreover, Siamese weapons were more advanced than Khmer ones, supplied by some foreign countries, including cannons and guns with longer range than those stored in the Khmer fortress. In 1594, after capturing Longvek capital, King Narizun of Siam returned to Ayutthaya without annexing Longvek territory. Boloso was captured as a prisoner of war and sent to Ayutthaya by boat along with Blas Ruiz, a confidant of the Khmer king. According to Spanish documents, while Siamese ships carrying valuable Khmer treasures and prisoners, including Blas Ruiz and Boloso, were traveling in the middle of the sea towards Ayutthaya, Placidus Boloso joined forces with Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, and Khmer prisoners to seize the Siamese ships and redirect them to Manila. After capturing the ships, Blas Ruiz's group successfully reached the Philippines. In August 1594, Blas Ruiz and Placidus Boloso wrote a letter describing the situation in Khmer Kingdom to the Spanish in the Philippines. In 1595, a Khmer king named Rir Mir Turpati, who was related by blood to King Longvek, led an army to expel the Siamese from Khmer Kingdom. During this event, Blas Ruiz and Placidus, who had reached the Philippines, were unaware of this development. They continued to negotiate with the Spanish to help liberate Khmer from Ayutthaya. Eventually, Spain agreed to send some troops to Khmer under the leadership of Captain Galinado, to investigate the situation in Khmer and the possibility of seizing control of trade areas or expanding religion in the region. In January 1596, a group of Spanish soldiers began their journey by ship from the Philippines to the Khmer Empire. However, when they reached the middle of the sea, they encountered a storm that caused their ships to sink and scatter. Many Spanish soldiers died during this incident. The ships carrying Blas Ruiz and Placidus arrived in Khmer first. At that time, they learned that King Longvek had fled with the royal family to Laos, and Khmer had a new king, Rir Mir Turpati, who had ascended to the throne. Captain Galinado, seeing that the circumstances were not favorable for seizing control over Khmer territory, he decided to withdraw and return to the Philippines. Boloso and Blas Ruiz also joined the journey to search for King Payir Luongvek, who had fled to Larnzarn. In June 1596, the Spanish survivors of the storm, after arriving in Khmer, they got into conflicts with the Chinese residents who doing business in the Khmer Kingdom. King Rearmir Turperde was displeased with these Spaniards, who kept causing trouble incessantly. Later, these Spaniards took the opportunity to loot the royal palace and the locals, and even attempted to assassinate King Rearmir Turperde. In May 1597, Captain Galinado's fleet docked at Cochinchina. Boloso, Blas Ruiz, and Galinado disembarked and traveled on foot to Laos to search for the Khmer King Payir Luongvek. Unfortunately, when they reached Laos, they received news that King Payir Luongvek had already passed away, leaving only Priya Boram Rir Jir, who was the second prince. These Spaniards joined forces with Boram Rir Jir to recapture Khmer Kingdom, and moved the capital from Luongvek back to Chaktomuk. King Boram Rir Jir rewarded Boloso and Blas Ruiz, and ordered them to prepare diplomats to meet in the Philippines again, fearing that Ayutthaya might attack Khmer. At that time, Spain had no intention of helping Khmer, but Don Luis das Marinas volunteered to organize troops to go on his own, under his personal expense. In September 1598, Spain sent troops to Khmer Kingdom for the second time but failed again due to ships being caught in a storm at sea. Mr. Das Marinas was swept away by ocean waves to the Chinese mainland, where he endured hardship for a long time. In October 1598, some surviving Spanish troops arrived in Khmer, including Boloso and Blas Ruiz. At that time, one of Boram Rir Jir's relatives conspired with the Jarms. Under the leadership of Okyalok Smarner, the Jarms and some Khmer military commanders joined forces to attack the Spanish, burn down locals' houses, and even kill Boloso and Blas Ruiz. The Spanish soldiers who escaped boarded ships to return to the Philippines. From then on, the Khmer Kingdom fell into a severe crisis. The Jarms began to act arrogantly, eventually assassinating the Khmer king Boram Rir Jir, causing the country to fall into chaos without a reigning monarch. In 1600, seeing the country in crisis without a king, Khmer royal officials organized diplomats to travel to Ayutthaya to request the Ayutthaya king to send Prince Srey Soryapur, the younger brother of King Payir Luongvek, who had been captured by Siam, to rule the kingdom. The Siamese king Na Rizuan appointed Srey Soryapur, or as the Siamese called him Prak Suparnamatiraj, who was King Payir Luongvek's brother, along with some Siamese frontline troops to accompany the king to rule in Khmer Kingdom. Year 1603 marked the reign of King Srey Soryapur under the support of Ayutthaya. This was a period when Khmer once again accepted influence from Siam, including some traditions and customs that were originally Khmer from ancient times, which Siam had adopted and transformed. King Srey Soryapur had two sons, King J. Tar II, and King O. Te Boram Rir Jir. In 1618, with the desire to liberate himself from Siamese influence that was dominating Khmer, King Srey Soryapur decided to send a message to form an alliance with the Nguyen dynasty of Annam, to propose marriage between Princess Nguyen T Nak Van, or Princess Chow, and his son, King J. Tar II. The friendship between the Khmer Kingdom and Annam began with the marriage of King J. Tar II to Princess Chow, daughter of the Nguyen dynasty king of Annam in 1618. In 1620, a new capital was established by moving the old capital from Larvier M to Odong. A new era also began, known as the Odong Era, which we will continue to present to you in the near future. Don't forget to subscribe to the Khmer Info channel and click the notifications button so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Thank you for your time.